What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to the Lime Stream, everybody's favorite sour hour, with your host, Scott Lalim, and it's spelled Lalime. You know how it is. This week I'm sitting down with McWhite himself, the DJ I met here in Tucson. I'm just waiting for him to join. L in the chat if you're feeling great tonight. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the Lime Stream, everybody's favorite sour hour. Just got his request. We are going live with McWhite right now. What's up, Scrubs? How's it going? What's up, man? How's it going?
Doing good, man.
That's great to hear. It's great to hear. Welcome to the Lime Stream. We talked about it a little bit before, but again, what we're going to be doing is talking like 3 questions. Then we'll hop into something called the Lime Time, and then from there, we'll take a shot of tequila. Last week I wasn't drinking tequila, but since it's my birthday week, I'll go ahead and sip with you. But yeah, man, that's basically what it is. So like how I like to get it started is really just get a background knowledge of yourself and really how this all started for you.
Well, I've been DJing since 2010. Like I started off, it sounds crazy, but I started off on virtual DJ, and I was like basically DJing with like a mouse and keyboard, which is like nuts.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I was always like interested in scratching and like watching like scratch videos and stuff. So I eventually invested in some actual equipment and then just took off from there, man. So
just took off from there.
Yeah,
and
started off doing frat parties, and then some of the clubs in St. Louis, downtown St. Louis, and then Tucson, Arizona, and now I'm in Scottsdale. So
yeah, for sure. And did you like pretty much go to college in St. Louis and then you just came here after, or what was like your major jump from St. Louis to here?
So I went to school at Southeast Missouri State, and then like I ended up working in St. Louis for a bit, and then I ended up taking a job in Tucson, which brought me to Tucson. So
okay, for sure, yeah. What do you do? What do you do for work, man? On the side of DJing?
For work, I actually do mechanical engineering.
Nice. So
Yeah.
very nice, dude.
Well, it sucks.
It sucks, but you know what I mean? It's paying your bills, right? Got out of the dirty tea, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your transition out of Tucson. Like I met you here in Tucson. I think I first saw you playing at Hi-Fi, and then you, Jeff, and I think traveled over to university and stumbled upon an eventful night. But ever since then, I saw you I saw you DJing then, and from there on out, I just saw you kind of progress into more of like a house kind of set. I just kind of want to know what genre you really love to play. What's like your favorite, and what do you really like background yourself with? You know what I mean?
Well, I should say I don't really have like a favorite type of music. In my opinion, it's kind of boring to play one type of music. So
yeah, exactly.
I like playing everything. I mean, one day I might be playing some house music, maybe some techno music, and then Latin. I don't care, man. I don't know. I just play everything, man. I just like to play good music, no matter what it is. But
yeah, and
I've definitely been listening to like a lot more like melodic, like techno and house and stuff lately. Though just got back from Tulum, so it's kind of been the vibe for a little bit.
Exactly. And like the transfer from Tucson to Phoenix, how has that been? Pretty much like club wise, stream wise, music wise, like how has that been?
Ooh, it was a funny story why I'm in Scottsdale in the first place. Because
yeah, let's get a little background of why you're there. I know why, but
well, what was it the last Specto drive-in? It was Virtual Riot, and then we had an after party at my crib. Everyone in Tucson knows after any show there's usually a banger at my place, but
yeah.
It made my friends be happy, and then I had to end up moving, and I said, why not just move? So
yeah,
just ended up in Scottsdale. So I haven't made any moves out here yet, just kind of still new. So
for sure. And we'll stop it right there. Actually, I'll save that question for when we get back into it. It'll transfer us right in. It'll be perfect. Let's score ourselves right into the first Lime Time. Thank you for that background knowledge. I can't really imagine. I've never really talked to a homie or just myself who's traveled from, you know, state to state, even city to city, really just maintaining the same process. You know what I mean? That's really cool to see your progression going from St. Louis to here, now into Phoenix. You know what I mean? It's really cool. So that being said, let's take a shot together. Let's let all the friends in the comments. I think I see 10 right now. Thank you everybody for joining. Welcome to the Lime Time. Let's get those questions slapping in the box. Everybody knows what to do. There we go. So how was Tulum? Let me get the first question out there.
Dude, Tulum is dope, man. Like,
yeah.
So it's actually my second time going. Like, right now there's like a really big there's like minimal, like melodic house, like techno scene that's like popping off. And it's always been there, but like it really started popping off like after COVID happened. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah. I was wondering, bro. Like, damn, bro, that looks lit.
Yeah. So a lot of my homies, we actually went down there for a music festival. It's called Zamna. And then like around that same time, they usually do like a festival called Day Zero, which is like basically like a huge jungle rave, basically. So we were actually going down there for that, and unfortunately got canceled. So they still have other shows that were happening in Tulum though, but we're definitely gonna be back in April for the reschedule though. So
dude, that's
definitely turning. It sounds crazy, but it's turning into like an Ibiza right now. So when I went down there, I met nothing but like promoters from like Amsterdam and like Spain and stuff. So they're kind of like taking over right now. So
oh damn.
Yeah.
Well, fun fact. Learn something new every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of jungle parties, man.
Yeah, dude. I was seeing them. Those parties looked outrageous. It's very fun. Lance Fairchild wants to know though, do you wash your hair before or after you wash your body?
I'd say probably. I think I'd go hair first, man.
I go hair first.
Let the shampoo.
If you think about it, the dirt runs down. Yeah, the dirt runs down. You gotta wash your body after. How did you get involved in hi-fi? That's actually one of my questions, dude. Lance has a tendency of doing this, but yeah, how'd you get involved with hi-fi?
I got involved in hi-fi because, well, first of all, when I first moved to Tucson, I mean, it's fucking nuts in there. So, like, that's what drew me to there first. But it reminded me of, like, a lot of the clubs in St. Louis. So, like, one of my favorite clubs in St. Louis is Wheelhouse Downtown. And that's always crazy. So, it reminded me a lot of that. So, eventually, I started becoming best friends or really good friends with Massamuk. So,
okay, yeah.
A bit, and then I think he came out to see me DJ at General Ben's once, and then he ended up bringing me on. So
yeah, for sure.
Shout out to Massamuk. It's a good dude.
Great dude. Good connection. Lance also wants to know, what is your go-to meal at McDonald's?
Go-to meal at McDonald's. I'm gonna go McDouble, man.
McDouble?
McDouble for sure.
Honestly, I'll either go freaking, I'll say triple cheese, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, I love the triple cheese. Triple cheese or a 10-piece, man. Like, those are slappers.
Yeah, definitely can't forget about the chicken nuggets, man.
Yeah, cannot forget about the chicken nuggets, but you gotta remember that the chicken nuggets at McDonald's are nothing without the sauce. Like, today, I literally honestly got McDonald's today, and they forgot all my sauces, and the chicken nuggets were worthless.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Those spicy ones are kind of trash, man. The spicy nuggets at McDonald's.
The spicy ones are the worst. I don't even know why they tried doing that. They taste like shit. Zach wants to know, this is a question that travels through every season, almost any episode, is how many chickens would it take to kill an elephant? And you can use cockfighting roosters.
Man. Let's go 5,000.
5,000 normal chickens? Jesus. I think that's the highest number I've heard yet. I'll probably have to say, I'm saying, dude, I'm keeping it 100 cockfighters, 50 for the first, 50 as reinforcement. You know what I mean? Brandon loses, he says. All right, I don't see any more questions in the box right now, so I'm just going to slap some more of my own here. You talked a little bit about your involvement with Hi-Fi. Let's talk about your first connections when you first got to Arizona. Like you said, you landed a job here, but after that, other than Master Monk, who were your first connections, and how much did you value those? And like obviously right now.
I guess it still ties into Master Monk. When I first moved to Tucson, I mean, he was the entertainment manager of Hi-Fi. He was the entertainment manager of Playground as well downtown. So he was heavily involved in the downtown area too.
Yeah.
Other connections, so my good friend Jason Sikorsky, met him through my other homie Joel. So
yeah,
he's really heavily involved in Specto Entertainment. So I mean, they're huge in all the events that happen in Tucson. I think another one was the GMs at General Benz, and then also No Anchovies too. So
yeah, and that's kind of a question I wanted to ask you, because when I knew you here in Tucson, you were heavily involved with almost every place on University and almost in Hi-Fi. You know what I mean? It was like, oh, McWhite's playing here, he's also playing there, he's also playing here. Kind of wanted to know, like, you know, because a question I've been asking a lot of people is how you know much do you value your connections and how important they are, and that's kind of leading me into my next question. How important have those connections been to your career so far, and how much do you really value them?
Well, I think I wouldn't exactly call them connections, but
or connections, like, you know, friendships, you know, brotherhoods, family, you know what I mean? I would say family at this point. Like,
yeah, I'd say I wouldn't call it like exactly like connections. I mean, like a lot of people that I interact with, I mean, a lot of people I'm like actually friends with too.
Yeah, really good friends.
Just with them really well too. So, I mean, it's like one of those things you can't expect. So like, get booked somewhere if you don't go support like a certain event or something.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Go to your face, like talk to everyone. So I mean, kind of get to know them on a different level.
Yeah.
For, hey, like give me a gig, like it doesn't work really. So.
Yeah, exactly. And that kind of like leads us into like the last topic before we jam another lime time. I know is kind of quick, but let's talk about, you know, we're talking about connections, and how important is marketing in the field especially where you're coming from, someone who got so heavily involved with the university crowd and the people at Hi-Fi, and, you know, you just really made them your friend in your family. So like, how important and what are your marketing tactics, and what kind of like inspiration can you give to younger DJs that really don't have the same tactics as you?
Sounds crazy, but not only do you have to be a DJ nowadays, you have to like learn how to do graphic design. I don't know, like some minimal video stuff too. Yeah. I'm not sure if people see like the ads and like the little promo that I put, but I make all of that. Like I took out the time to learn, Photoshop, like Premiere Pro, like a little bit of, like After Effects too. So, I mean, I make all my own promo. Like, I mean, yeah, probably not going to be as good as like a professional does it, but like, I mean,
but it's there, you know, and it gets the job done.
Yeah. So I think that's pretty important. I think being active on social media is like pretty important as well too, like posting like content. So
yeah,
I think marketing goes like a long way. So
yeah, seriously, and like social media nowadays is it's so easy. Like if you just do it consistent, it honestly becomes like a normal for you just to get used to it in a way. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But yeah, with that being said, we're gonna get into another lime time. But I want to just talk about how, you know, like how important marketing really is. Like I don't even think none of this show would get really as much of a hype as it does if it wasn't for me being a goof on, you know, stories and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I see your promotions and stuff like that. They're very professional. They're very clean. So there's another props out to you, man. And that's why I asked you the question. Let's get another lime time going, guys. Let's get those questions slapping in the box. McWhite, let's pour up another shot. Thanks again for coming on.
Just sipping on there, man.
Bro, I'm honestly sipping on Jose right now.
Jose?
Bro, I'd rather be sipping on the Kirkland tequila. Like, I'm not even lying.
Huge Costco guy. Huge
Bro,
Costco guy.
That looks good, like, honestly.
Dude, it's actually not too bad, man. You already take yours?
No. I wait for you, boss. We'll take them at the same time. Cheers.
Going down a lot further, man, after I come back from Mexico, I'll tell you that.
I was going a little bit cheaper. And they just didn't have S1 at Target this time. All right, Seppi wants to know here, who's your favorite EDM artist at the moment?
That's a hard question. Super hard question. I'm calling artists. I'd say Camel Fat. I've really been like vibing with Camel Fat stuff recently, man. Their album was like really dope.
Camel Fat, he says. That's
right,
dude.
Yeah, dude. Zach's exactly right, dude. Eli Brown. I can't forget about Eli Brown. Eli Brown's probably my favorite.
Dude, Eli Brown this year has put out more tracks than any other producer or DJ right now. I think in 2020 he produced over like shit. I think he produced over like 100 tracks. I don't know, but didn't put out them all. But like he literally said, he's like, I produced over 100 tracks in 1 year already. Like it's crazy. Like damn.
That dude's a monster, man. That dude makes, what was it, like regular house, like tech house, like techno, and he does it all, man.
He does everything, yeah. My favorite guy right now, I've been saying it in every fucking stream, is Wyatt Marshall. Let's give it a shout out again for Minimal. Zach here wants to know, what's the best thing about moving to Scottsdale?
Moving to Scottsdale?
I think we talked about it a little bit before, but you can go ahead and tell.
Be honest, I can't even really be excited yet, man. Like, there's like nothing bigger, man.
Is it like a bigger Tucson?
I mean, like, usually, like, before COVID, I would, like, come out here and go, like, all the pool parties, like, hit a whole town and all that stuff, but it's just not the same right now, so. But, yeah, I think that'd be hype. I never really got a chance to go to, like, Shady Park and all that stuff, really. I think I went once, and then, like a couple weeks after that, like, COVID hit. But, yeah, I'm definitely excited to hit some Shady Park shows.
Dude, yeah. Shady Park's a wonderful venue.
Yeah, I actually saw Eli Brown. That was the first Shady show I saw was Eli Brown.
Yeah, shout out Shady. I can't wait to go back there myself, honestly. Joel wants to know here, will you be polished up on your Rosetta Stone by April?
Tell you what, man, I actually know Spanish. She's talking about Tulum. I used to know Spanish.
I picked it up from Rosetta Stone.
Yeah, dude. I think I went to like Spanish too, man. And then I lived in Missouri and we just never use it there, man. So I forgot everything, man. Everything. I'll definitely be brushed up though, Joel.
I myself am trying to, or was trying to for a little bit pick it up, but even in high school, dude, I couldn't get it. Here we go. I don't see any more questions in the question box, so I got some more for you, my man here. We talked a little bit about being like, doing your stuff with hi-fi, getting involved with hi-fi and stuff and with Master Monk. But let's talk about just being a resident DJ and something. What are some of like the everyday things that you have to go through, and what are some of, just the pros and the cons of being a resident DJ? You know what I mean? Let's talk about the experience.
Well, I've held a lot of different residencies at different clubs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not just hi-fi, but it's other places too. So.
Well, I'll say, like, if you're playing in a club and you're playing somewhere regularly, I'd say the biggest challenge is having variety. I think a lot of DJs get stuck up in like playing like the same playlists and being like super repetitive too. So, it's kind of tough because it's like a balance. I feel like you have to like play the hits that people want to hear though, but like you have to like mix it up really well. So. I don't know. I can remember myself getting like super weird in a hi-fi a couple of times, man. I'll throw down like a 70s or 80s set like randomly. Just
and then just switch out of it real quick. I've heard that, bro.
Yeah, I think like my favorite shit is like it's like open format. Like I think Cobra was probably one of my favorite places to play, man. I'd play like some throwback hip hop, throw in some house. Just everything, dude.
Yeah. And what are some of like the weekly tasks? Like, let's just talk about the day-to-day of having to play, like the days you did play. What did your day by day kind of look like?
Well, I'd say like as a resident DJ, there's like a lot of prep work.
Yeah.
Being a club DJ, so like subscribed to like a couple of different like DJ pools. Like I'm on like Headliner Music Club, is probably my favorite right now. I'm on DJ City, that's dope. I haven't really checked out Club Killers too much too, but I'm thinking about subbing to them for a little bit. Those sites are always dope. Of course, Beatport's always dope.
Yeah, exactly.
A couple other different like music blogs and stuff too, but like honestly, every day like a part of my routine is just like downloading the new music. And then I'm like
crate digging,
like kind of like crazily organized with my music. I'm not sure if like everyone else does it, so but I use iTunes to like organize my library. And if you like, tag it enough, you can like use smart crates, and then it just automates like all your playlists. So
yeah, damn. Yeah, Lance. Honestly, Lance is in here right now. Lance is honestly one of the best people I know at organizing his playlist. It's crazy. Like his shit is so organized, and he even himself like he has the most organized playlist in like USB I've seen. And then you hear him go, "Dude, still feel like I'm unorganized, bro." Like, but that being said, you know, we were talking a little bit about, you know, like your everyday, you know, routine with that. Let's talk about, you know, everyday routine with, you know, crate digging. You know, you talked about going on Beatport, SoundCloud, stuff like that. You kind of talked about organizing the playlist, but what is like your routine for prepping right before the show? You know what I mean?
So it's like a huge, like, it's a huge difference. Oh shit! Let me plug this shit real quick.
Sorry, I was kind of losing my train of thought there for a second, but I brought it back.
Yeah, I prep when I do club stuff. I just, of course, I get like a lot of bangers, and then like a lot of stuff that I like kind of want to play too. I usually kind of throw that in the folder, usually organize it by like a month or whatever too. But I feel like I recently started getting into my organization bag for like shows. Like that was like the hardest thing for me for a minute. So I finally kind of like nailed it down. I usually break like my playlist for shows up into like 3 different playlists.
Yeah.
I usually have like folder with like the first 5 songs that I play, and then after that I just kind of like free ball it, and then like, probably like another folder with like the last 3 ending songs as well too. So
yeah, so you kind of just organize it in kind of a sequence matter, and then from the rest it's kind of just a freestyle.
Yeah, hey, you want to get up in front of the decks, and then like,
yeah. And like my last question before we actually do dive into another line time here, man, is you were someone who started with almost like you started with scratching, I believe. We talked about that a little bit before at a virtual gateway interview. Maybe not started, but that's what you kind of learned when you first, you know, were introduced to DJing. What is like the transfer of playing on vinyl and then coming over to like the new Cdjs? What's the huge difference, and what kind of experience helped benefit you, and what are kind of the cons between the two? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I definitely started off scratching first, and then I kind of moved on to mixing too. But it's kind of like different. I'm not sure a lot of people know, but like a lot of the clubs, it's like regional for them to have like turntables or like Cdjs. So in St. Louis, not everywhere, but if you didn't know how to spin on vinyl, like you were not playing in the clubs.
Yeah.
It's a wrap, like you're not playing like. But when I came to Arizona, it was like the opposite end. So like it was all, when I came to the club, it was like all Cdjs. I mean, I did use them before, but like I wasn't like comfortable on them, so it was like a huge like learning curve for that. So it was really expensive, but I ended up just dropping on like Cdjs, and then it's kind of like a learning curve and learning how to scratch on those too.
Yeah.
Like I'm still not as comfortable as I am on like vinyl, but it is what it is.
Well, you're honestly the only DJ I know I've seen comfortably scratch on Cdjs and do it actually pretty well. So again, props to that. But yeah, that's crazy, honestly. What kind of like challenges were there? Like what did you? How long did it take you to really get a hold of it? You know what I mean?
Dude, sounds crazy, but it probably took me like a year.
Really?
But it really comfortable. Like the main thing I found was like messing around with the what is it called? It's like the filling adjust. It's like a little knob that's on the Cdjs, but yeah, kind of messing with that a bit. Got to be more comfortable with Cdjs, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've seen videos of you playing with just one rotor and it's just vinyl, and then just straight the mixer next to you. That's some sick shit right there. You know what I mean? Well, all right. So we're gonna slap into another lime time. I got a shot poured already, man. Lance right now wants to know real quick: do you prefer DVS or Cdjs?
I'm gonna have to go vinyl all day, man.
Vinyl.
I don't know.
That was gonna be my next lime time question too, but
yeah, I would say definitely vinyl for sure. Just if you think about it, it's like a platter. So with the CJ is probably like 7 inches, and then you have like a whole 12-inch like platter. So you have like a lot more control in what you're doing.
Yeah, so. Exactly. Got the shot poured, mate. Cheers up. Jeff said McWhite is looking cute. Scrubs wants to know, how long have you been scratching and what are your favorite cuts?
I actually learned how to scratch first, so I've been scratching since 2010. My favorite scratches are probably like the crap scratch. So it's like a scratch you do and you like kind of slip your fingers like that.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite too. People probably gonna have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. Swing flares are dope. Boomerang scratches are dope. Like,
yeah.
Google them.
Yeah, Google them. All right, we're in the lime time, everybody. Just to let you know, if you guys have any questions for myself or McWhite, please go ahead and slap it in the question box. Michael Verde wants to know, what do you love most about DJing?
What I love most about DJing is kind of creating a vibe in a room. I mean, the most important part about DJing is the song selection. So, I mean, if your song selection is on point, I mean, you're gonna control that room. So yeah, that's probably my favorite part.
Alrighty. He said crowd control basically, right? The crowd control.
Yeah.
Yeah. Top 3 DJs, Nathan Pagel wants to know.
Ooh, EDM DJs are like just all around DJs.
I mean, that sounds pretty general to me, so let's just go all around DJs. Doesn't have to be all EDM.
All right, I'm gonna go all around DJs. Say number 1 is Jazzy Jeff. 2 is A-Track, and then DJ Chris Villa is like probably one of my favorite DJs.
Yeah, I've honestly never heard of the last one, but the first 2, A-Track.
Dope, man. He actually used to come to Tucson. He's like one of the residents at Cobra Arcade Bar. Man, the dude's insane on DJs. I
was gonna say A-Track is so sick. Yeah, Lance, for sure.
Yeah. Let me see, EDM DJs. Try to break these up a little bit. Of course, we already talked about Eli Brown. He's dope. Definitely like, let me see. Yeah, definitely like Eli Brown. I definitely like Zeusets for sure. And then switch it up. I definitely like some heavy stuff every now and then. Kind of like Zomboy. I definitely like Zomboy.
Okay, yeah. For sure. Real quick before I honestly don't see any more questions. Oh, actually no. Haley wants to know, how was Tomorrowland?
Tomorrowland? Tomorrowland is really dope. It's extremely organized. Like as soon as you walk in, like you can tell like how organized it is. It's like on a different level, man. Like when you're like walking through the festival, they have like different like lanes dedicated, so there's like not like a lot of like traffic like clashing and stuff. Like they have like restaurants in there, dude. Like I was like walking around and they're cooking like full on like tomahawk steaks in there, dude. It's nuts. Yeah. But aside from that, like, the production's like dope. There's like people from like all over the world. Like like I still have people today that I talked to that I met from Tomorrowland. So
yeah.
I mean, when it's time to run it back, I mean, I'm going to meet up with all those people too. Like I can always go like visit them too. So it's a dope aspect, but
yeah, it's really dope actually. It's
on a different level, but I would say EDC is like not too far off, but it's just, you can't really compare the two.
You can't compare the two.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Well, I just feel like, I mean, I'm not going to lie. The organization is key when it comes to things like that. And a lot of the things I've been here in the U.S. is poorly organized, for me at least. You know, she asked, how was Tomorrowland? Real quick before we go into some more questions I have for you. What is your favorite festival you've been to? I know you've been to a bunch. Like, you know, what's the best experience you've had alone at a festival? You don't have to be like playing, not even playing, just, you know, it could be playing, it could not be, just in general.
Well, I'm going to do Tomorrowland first, EDC second, and then I'll say Cross. It's a hard third.
Cross, yeah.
That's shit. That's like probably one of my favorite festivals, man. It's like not like not like on a major scale though, but Cross is like definitely dope.
Yeah.
I definitely want to check out Movement for sure too in Detroit. Sure. That looks really dope.
Yeah, I'm trying to check out Seismic this year, man. That lineup looks insane. Yeah. I've been trying to see the Martinez brothers for a minute, man, and I'm probably gonna have to send that one. I'm not gonna lie. But I don't see any more questions in the box, man. You heard it right here on the live stream. I'm gonna get back into some questions I had for him. Let's talk about your involvement with Ott from Virtual Gateway. Let's talk about how that all started. I know that it originated from where you're from in St. Louis, but let's just talk about that connection, and let's talk about where it's going to be and where it started.
Well, see, Virtual Gateway got started, I'm pretty sure everybody knows Ott, but like Ott's like one of my like best friends. Like we were like roommates in college. So we actually started throwing parties in St. Louis. We threw like two. Like first one was like it's kind of like a day party. Actually, no. What was it? Like it was it was a Korean party, right?
Yeah, day party.
Yeah, so it was like a party. We both.
He's there right now with you?
Huh?
Is he there?
Roommates right now. Yeah.
He's there, dude. Let's go on the camera. Say what up, dude. Shout out to Ott.
Yeah. So we started off doing parties there. We booked like one of the girls from The Bachelor, and then we did like a day party. And we booked like a bunch of DJs from like St. Louis, and then it's kind of how we kind of got like the marketing thing going. So kind of always teamed up for that. But when COVID hit, like the big thing was like doing like live streams and stuff too. So we had all the equipment. So it was like, let's just do it. And so Ott started off. I was still in Arizona, but Ott was in St. Louis at the time. And then he like started off in St. Louis, and he just booked like all the booked a couple club DJs, and then he booked like a lot of the bass guys too, like Ott's. I mean, I'm sorry, bass is pretty big in Midwest area, so he got that started here, and then we decided to give it a try here in Arizona. Shout out to Zach Zoff. He let us do the first stream at his crib, which is spot that's above Hi-Fi.
Cadence.
The Cadence, yeah.
Yeah.
Living at the Cadence, and then we were trying to find a spot to do it. Like, let's do it on the rooftop. So got the stream going there. We actually just did it. It was me, Zaw, and like Glow Audio. We just did the first stream, and we just like ran it just for fun. And then we just thought we should just do it on a bigger scale. So we got like a kind of like a full-fledged festival. We did like a 3-day one.
That was fun.
Tried to get as many people as we could on that one, and then we did another one later, and we tried to get a lot of DJs that we missed on that first one too. So
yeah, and honestly, we did, dude. You guys really did hit that lineup pretty perfectly with who you missed and who you didn't. That being said, is there going to be another Virtual Gateway? Where can we see that in the future?
Well, I actually got some word today. There's going to be another St. Louis one that's happening pretty soon.
For sure.
And that one's going to be a crazy rooftop. Like, I think the arch is going to be in the background if it goes down.
Damn, that'd be
probably talking too much. That's the only one I know of right now. Kind of playing around some ideas. We're doing some stuff in Arizona, like out like in the Phoenix area, maybe Sedona.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Heard that. And just the topic of live streams here. What has been your favorite live stream to play on so far? And what do you think your best set, like what do you think, where do you think you played your best set on which live stream throughout COVID? And where can people find it?
I'd definitely say my favorite was the last virtual gateway we did. Not sure if everyone knows, but we had the police show up at the last one that we had. So,
yeah, it was pretty epic. It was an epic night.
Yeah, kind of got interrupted, and then shout out to Oren, me and my friend Oren. We just did a random like back to back. We were supposed to have our own sets to begin with, and then because of the delay, we just ended up just doing like a back to back, and it was like super random. So that's
but it was really good. It was honestly a really good back to back.
Yeah, dude, it's kind of weird, man. So we play like very different styles, and then just after hearing like a couple songs, we just had to kind of like merge somewhere in the beginning.
Yeah.
And so that was dope. But yeah, that's on the Virtual Gateway YouTube. So go check that out.
Hell yeah. It's kind of crazy how like the first time we did it, dude, like all 3 days was just pure riots, cops all around us, literally cops on the floor below us. And then the second time we do it, then we actually get talked to by cops to tell us to turn it down. It just like baffled me. I was like, "There's no way, bro." Last time I was filming a cop at the lower level, and then the DJ, and then the decks, like literally right next to it. It was insane.
Dude, my favorite video was like when Zach and Jeff are playing, and then the police like show up, and you see like Zach's face, just like
yeah, dude. Even Jeff was like, yo. You know what I mean? It was so funny. All right, well, that was kind of a quicker one here. We're gonna dive into a quick line time. That was actually 3 questions, believe it or not. I think we're starting to groove by a little bit quicker than usual. I'm gonna pour up a shot. If you want to take one, you don't have to. You can take one with me though. With that Kirkland tequila. Hey, are the Costco's any different from Tucson Costco's out there?
I've only been a couple. It's a lot.
I've never been to a Costco in Scottsdale.
Yeah, there's one in Scottsdale, dude. It's fucking busy, man. Like I usually go get gas there, but like it's a no-go here in Scottsdale, man. I'm not about it.
Hell yeah. All right, well, let's take the shot. Everybody in the comments, the friends in the comments, you know what to do. If you got a question from myself or McWhite, slap it in the box. Slap it in the box. Oh. Brutal. And if they don't, I got plenty more. Like, seriously. We're going kind of quick here. Jeff wants to know, who partied the hardest in Tulum and why was it hot?
Actually, I was not in Tulum.
Tulum. I'm saying.
I would definitely say like I partied the hardest in Tulum. I'm not gonna go into detail.
Hey, I know you had the hardest pick. I know you had the hardest pick out of Tulum, dude. That one you posted on Instagram yesterday went in, bro.
Somebody asked like what happened to that house night in Club Z. The COVID happened. That's what happened, man.
Who asked that? I don't even see that.
It's DJ Chawboy.
Oh, are they putting it in the comments? Oh, hey,
yeah.
If you're putting questions in the comments, just know I like the questions in the box, so it's easier to be organized. And I hate like trying to squint my eyes and scroll at it all. If you did slap a question in the comments before and we didn't answer it, don't be afraid to put it in the question box now because we will answer it. Bella G70 wants to know, do you teach DJ classes?
No, I do not teach DJ classes, but I'm definitely open to teaching a lot of my friends or whoever reaches out. I mean, hit me up. I mean, I've had a couple people teach me a couple people asked me to teach them how to scratch, but then I set it up and then followed through. So I don't know, man.
Uh,
Gotta be about it.
do you ever think about teaching anything? Do you ever think about doing maybe some courses? If the money presents itself, huh?
I'm a pretty busy person, man. I don't know if I have time for that, but I mean, I'm definitely open to teaching people. I mean, they're willing to learn, though. So
Whenever you do have the time, yeah, for sure.
yeah.
I'm not. Oh, we got another question here. Let's see. McWhite, are you? It's so small. McWhite, are you trying to put together a house night or something like that in Tucson? I know you've. I know you've got a couple people. ... I can't read the rest of it. It's actually not showing it. Weird. Are you trying to throw a house night in Tucson, McWhite? Come on, tell us about something.
Well, I kind of had an idea for a minute. I mean, it was kind of different from the other house nights that were going on, but I mean, I'm just telling when things are going to be back normal too. So we'll see. It'll be a lot more difficult for me to pull that off, but still got a couple of homies are in Tucson, so sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, stay posted, I guess, guys. Ryan Massa wants to know, what's a better bar vibe, Tucson or Scottsdale? Ooh, that's a good one. Hold on, I can't hear you. Hello? Hello, I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, someone called me and like paused everything. I would say you really can't compare the two, to be honest. I mean, they're different vibes for sure. I mean, obviously, Scottsdale is pretty wild, but I'm not gonna lie, man, dude. Hi-Fi in Tucson pops the fuck off too. Like,
yeah, for sure it does. It gets pretty packed there too. Like even like their brunch time when the college kids are in gets packed.
Yeah, Saturday brunches get crazy.
Yeah.
Can't forget about University though too, man. I mean, kind of jumps around, but Billy and Trophies when they were popping off, they were killing it. General Benz always pops off too. Their production is like insane in there now. It's like full-fledged like concert in there.
Yeah. Yeah, General Benz has, I think we talked about this, I think on the episode I did with Manny, but the progression they did with their stage and just in general has in the last 3 years has been insane. I saw that. I saw it when it looked terrible. I'm sorry, it didn't look that great. I'm sorry, it didn't look that. I walked in there, I was like, yo, this is what you're going with? Like, this is the type. Jeff and I, low audio, have this thing where we look at each other when we know we're just like, yo, what? This is what you're going with?
Man,
that's literally how it was when I walked in there.
Remember the tree that was in there?
Dude, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm not here to hate, but obviously they knew it was shit, so that's why they made some changes. Like, but anyways, we got another 2 questions in the box right here. Joel wants to know, do you ever want to hear "Losing It" ever again? Lord knows I don't. "Losing It" by Fisher, I think he's talking about. It's in quotations.
Man, so we were in Tulum. We were at, was it Taboo? Every single time they would bring out a bottle, the DJ would play "Losing It." Right, bro. It was.
I'm losing it.
And it's like a party place, dude. There's like bottles coming out like every 3 minutes. So you just hear, you hear that horn that comes in like on that drop. You're like, ah, shit.
For real, dude. It's not like a song or anything, but there was this one time, my roommate and I, Alex Honors, we were waiting in line at Nocturnal Wonderland, and we were camping. So this was a couple years back. So we decided to, drop our stuff a little bit before. So we're standing in line, and there's this voice going over, "Welcome, campers. This is your line." And it just tells you where to go. And then it stops and then restarts again. And it literally is so fast, like, we were losing our shit, and I had to like walk away for a second because, dude, it was going so much. But it's how I feel about like most songs, even at EDC. Like there was that one year that Green Velvet dropped, "This beat is making me lose my mind." That's how I felt about that track too. It was insane. It was insane. But that being said, I don't see any more questions in the box right now, so I'm gonna get out of the line time. What I want to know next is, let's talk about the shows you played. You played at Gold Rush and Dusk, and you've even mixed on 98.3. What kind of experience? Like, how does this? What kind of experiences are these like? Let's talk about what you went through, and let's talk about the distractions and the benefits they've had towards your career.
Well, first of all, I didn't play at Gold Rush. I entered one of the competitions, so.
Oh, my bad.
But I did play Dust Music Festival, but yeah, I got involved with 98.3. So I actually would listen to the radio. It's kind of different, but I listen to it every now and then in Tucson, and then I would just hear somebody going off on the radio, and it was actually DJ Payback. So he was just going off on the radio. I DM'd him one day, and then he asked me, like, "Hey, do you want to be on the radio?" And then it just took off from there. So he ended up bringing me and DJ MCWHITE on. So we played there for about like a year, and then COVID hit, and then they ended up like furloughing everyone. So
yeah,
we no longer work for iHeart right now at the moment. But I mean, there's talk about bringing people back. So I mean, there's a chance I could still be working for iHeart. So we'll
yeah, for sure. And like, how did you really get involved with things like that? What was the first side of connection? You know what I mean? How did you get involved with it? I'm getting involved here.
Wait, with the radio?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't hear it. How did you really get involved with like getting the mix on 98.3 and iHeart Radio and places like that? I'm sorry, I didn't know that you didn't play Gold Rush. That's my fault.
Oh no, I ended up like I said, I ended up DMing like one of the guys and like telling me like his mixes were dope, and then he ended up bringing me on. So yeah,
for sure, that's really dope. Yeah. And really, after that, we're getting into almost 7:50 here. So my next couple questions are really about what you're working on the side and kind of where we're going to see you next. Let's just really focus on what you're working on the side. Are you producing any music right now? And if not, what are your side projects looking like?
So I've always been working on production stuff too. I recently started getting a lot more into it. I haven't released anything yet, but the thing is, I'm not going to release anything until I know it's like a banger. I'm not really like a fan of just releasing stuff just to release it. Like if I'm going to put it out, it's got to like slap like off the start.
For sure, I mean, yeah.
And that is like, if you just put something out that's kind of mid, like people won't really pay attention to it like later once you actually get to that level. I mean, you do have to start somewhere. I mean, it's kind of like a balance though, but like, I don't know, if I put something out, like I know it has to be like a slap for sure. So
exactly.
Another part of that is like kind of like nailing down. Like I said, I like to play like everything. So like I got like some acid techno shit, man. I got like some bass house, man. I got like some hip hop beats, man.
Yeah, you got it all.
Got a little bit of everything. So I do need to find like a common ground. It can't just be like all over the place, man. Like, but I got to figure something out. Like at least
for sure.
Like a lane at least. So.
Yeah, and last but not least, let's just, I want you to just leave something for the people that are watching so they can stay connected with you. Shout out any Insta, any, SoundCloud, any whatever you have for them to get connected with your music.
Yeah, if you want to follow me on basically any platform, like my handle was at DJ MCWHITE. Funny story behind that. The reason there's two J's, when I first started, like I wanted to make like all my handles like the same across like each platform. Instagram is the only one I cannot do that. I got DJ MCWHITE on all of them. There's this person on Instagram that has DJ MCWHITE as their handle, and it's in with a picture of Little Boozy.
Oh my God.
I think that person might have passed or whatever, but I DM'd them so many times, like, hey, like,
Yo, can I get this account name on you, please?
Send you money, bro.
Yeah.
But it's like them with a picture of a little boozy. It's hilarious. I don't think they're even a DJ, dude, which is funny,
Yeah.
but that's the only picture they have, dude.
Yeah, honestly, I've been hit up multiple times for my Snapchat name too, and like every time I got hit up from it, it was some random robot. Like it was trying to scam the shit out of me. It was insane, but I can see why people might not be like, yo, I don't know who this guy is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'm about to hand over my account and just get hacked. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, I don't even really use Snapchat anymore, man.
Yeah, really.
I made the transition to like Instagram.
Yeah. What are your yeah, you said Instagram. So is that like the main platform you're really promoting on, and that's where people can see your updates?
Yeah, so Instagram's the main platform. Very heavily active on there. Every now and then I post mixes on SoundCloud, like Mixcloud as well too. So I would say Instagram's definitely my main platform.
Yeah, Instagram's my main too. Like honestly, I also have my Instagram where it's hooked up to my Facebook to where I post on Instagram and then it slaps the same post onto Facebook. So
yeah.
Pretty tight. I don't really go on Twitter or Snapchat as much as the other two for sure. I definitely feel that. But if you have nothing left to say to the friends in the comments, I'm going to get into a little promo that I have for myself for next week's episode and just things that I have coming. Next week, I'm sitting down with a DJ also out of Phoenix, I believe by the name of Scrubs. Scrubs DJ is his name. You guys can follow him on Instagram. He's been honestly just someone who's been constantly tuning into the live stream, showing support, showing mad love. Just randomly, you know what I mean? That's how I actually met the guy, was just through there. I haven't met him in person, so we're going to sit down. We're going to talk music. We're going to talk nonsense next week, Thursday at 7 p.m. right here on Rave Hard Radio. Scrubs, like I said, Scrubs. All right, but other than that, I got a freestyle mixtape coming out soon. I believe it's getting finished up actually this week or next week. I've been kind of prolonging the date just because, you know, I'm also like McWhite here. Like, I can't release something until it sounds perfect, you know what I mean? So we're going through mixing and mastering. Other than that, the grand finale for the live stream coming at the end of January, I believe it's the 28th, don't quote me, where I'm sitting down with a Las Vegas resident by the name of Drew Dabbs. Lance Fairchild introduced me to him. Someone who loves rap music, skateboarding, and minimal house music as much as I do. I really wanted him for the finale, so I had someone I could really relate to perfectly on subjects, you know what I mean? And it's gonna be a finale. So stay tuned to that. Follow him, Drew Dabbs, on Instagram. Other than that, I really got nothing else. It's 7:55. We got 5 minutes left. How about we shoot into another lime time? Let's get everybody in the comments who hasn't asked a question. Slap a question in the question box. And if you have questions that you want to be answered, slap them in the box. McWhite and I are going to take another shot for you guys. One more before we end it out. I already got one poured. Shit.
I know. This is your birthday shot right here, man.
Oh, yeah. This is the happy birthday shot because you guys won't see me on Sunday. But yeah, thanks, guys, for sure. McWhite might see me on Sunday, though. McWhite, are you playing at Sunbar on Sunday, or who's playing?
I feel like Nathan's going on, like one of the guys that definitely plays. I think Cody Black's on there too.
Oh shit!
There's a bunch of people playing on Sunday. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Dude, I forgot you and my mom have the same birthday. Lance's mom and I do have the same birthday. Pretty crazy. Thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes. Anyways, let's all thank McWhite for coming on the live stream. Dude, thank you for coming. Thank you for sitting down. Thank you for going through the questions. I don't know if you're feeling faded, but I'm feeling pretty buzzed as of right now.
Dude, I appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah. There was certain times where like I was even getting buzzed and I thought I was losing my train of thought, but I pulled it back, man, and I honestly really did enjoy this stream. Honestly, it was very laid back, very just calm. So thank you for coming. Thank you for being a great sport. Everybody, I want you to spam those L's in the chat for McWhite. And please, if you have any last questions, happy birthday to Lance's mom, too. Has the same birthday as me. And please, if you have any more questions for McWhite or myself, slap them in that box. Don't be afraid. It's the live stream. McWhite, we all want to know, you know, we all went through a hardship, though, through COVID. You know what I mean? We've all been, you know, like in this scene especially, it's been one thing after the other. Besides the club not being open, what challenges did you face? How did you overcome them? And before we get out of here, what inspirations do you have, or inspiring things do you have to say to our friends in the comments? Just to, you know, before, because I've been hearing things are opening up in 2021, things are opening in 2021, so we kind of have insight. What can you kind of say to the people before we get out of here that they can hold on to and, you know, stay inspired for the rest of 2021?
Well, for sure, the biggest challenge was trying to stay fit.
Trying to stay fit. Yeah. Healthy. Yeah.
Man, I was in my apartment doing prison workouts, bro. It's stupid.
Says stupid, bro. I'm not in the penitentiary right now, bro.
Yeah, but definitely on the bright side though too. Having the extra time. I mean, right now it's the time to learn like new skills. I mean, whether it's like producing or learning how to use like software to like market yourself better. So right now it's like the perfect time to do this stuff. So
yeah, and if you got one thing to say to last year, what would that one thing be?
Peace. That's one word.
You said peace. I'm not trying to be aggressive. Just peace, bro. Seriously, peace. And
hey,
last but not,
you might have to say peace to 2021 too at this rate.
Peace at this rate. Peace to the next 2 years. But last but not least, I just want to give another shout out. I did it last stream, but shout out MF Doom. I found out recently that he died. It's been over a month since he's been deceased, but shout out MF Doom is one of my biggest musical inspirations out there. Like I said, I'm a freestyle rapper myself, and that dude paved the way for a lot of freestyle rappers and people who just really don't hold choruses and just bar after bar type boom bap rap. You know what I mean? So shout out MF Doom, and hope you're resting in peace, my man. McWhite. Last question. We're at 7:59. The people want to know.
Run it.
Is it lime or is it lemon? And if it's both, I won't hate you.
Limes all day, man. Limes
What's
all
up? Limes all day, dude. Limes all day. Again, dude, I just want to thank you one more time for coming on. Honestly, it's been...
Yeah, I appreciate that having me too, man.
Yeah. It's been a fun time. Thank you. You got anything else to say? Anything else to say to our friends in the comments, man? Anything? Say it.
Yeah, appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. So definitely
yeah. L in the hey, let's get L's in the chat for all the friends tuning in tonight. I just posted one. L in the chat for Jeff, L in the chat for Lance, L in the chat for everybody who's still pushing through this pandemic, still pushing through all the hardships of clubs being closed, and still has not said no. You know what I mean? L in the chat for you guys. L in the chat for McWhite again. Bro, 2021, big things are coming, and all I got to say, it's 8 o'clock. It's been a great live stream, and, you know, there's not much more I got to say.
Appreciate you having me, man.
Yeah, appreciate you coming on, dude. Shout out MF Doom. Shout out McWhite. The lime is out. L's. Keep them going. Just keep them going. Later, guys.